They tell me I'm here for a housemaid job.
Whoa, did you have any idea?
No. In my visa, it was reading cells.
Holy.
I'm giving you exclusive.
Yeah, wait.
You never thought of that.
Wait, Ashley, first of all, thank you so much for being open and
Yes.
transparent on this podcast.
Sometimes,
Because when I see where you are right now, and the people who see you on social media, they probably think you just had to fly.
Exactly.
They don't imagine that you had a beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that you are openly sharing about that.
Yes, I never.
Please go
I've never
ahead.
given this.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. So today I have the one and only Ashley Quality. If you live in the United Arab Emirates and you don't know Ashley, then you don't live in the United Arab Emirates.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Was I supposed to come in?
Yes, that's okay.
Okay.
Who is Ashley? Tell the people a little bit about you and what you do.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was so hard if you're not you've used you're the one interrogating. So you're the one being interrogated. My name is Ashley. Most people know me as Ashley Quality.
Yeah.
First of all, I am a mother. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
I am a believer. I'm a patron Miss Uganda UAE.
Yeah.
I am a business owner,
Yes.
multiple business owner.
Yes.
I am a writer, and most important, I am so special.
Oh, she's so special. She's
Yes.
quality, no one.
Yes, quality indeed. I am living in the United Arab Emirates. I've been living here quite a long time, close to 11 years. I'm not a legend. People have been here for 45 years.
Yeah, but you are. You
Yes.
are. And by the way, we are shooting this podcast in her beautiful home.
Amazing.
Across here is a big water.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful, honestly. The
Yeah.
first time I stepped into her home, I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And then after 2 minutes, I said, oh my God, this is
beautiful.
And again, then she said, oh, you've said that a lot. Yeah, but honestly, I love it here.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, so Ashley, because we are in the UAE, just tell us, how was your journey coming here?
By the way, I've never gotten a chance to speak about this,
Yeah,
you know.
I love
And
that.
so coming to UAE, my journey was actually so beautiful. I had a passion. I had dreams of coming to the United Arab Emirates.
Yes.
By that time, United Arab Emirates was actually really trending. Most of our friends had come here, and then, but by that time, in 2013, 2013, I tried to make a lot of applications through Middle East.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I used to do application for other people, and they would come, but I
yours-
never gotten a visa. Yes, I don't know, for some reason.
Yeah.
Then my partner
Yeah.
got a visa
Yeah.
with the Americana.
Okay.
So he came through to the UAE, and when he had before he actually left, I found out that I was pregnant. Yeah, and remember, when you are at Middle East, you pay an amount of money.
Yeah.
So we had paid close to 4 million for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
For him, he had paid close to 7 million, and he succeeded and went. So I found out that I was pregnant, and then he's like, you know what, now you have to concentrate on
Yeah, the
having
baby,
a child.
yes.
So we made up a decision, and I was to stay and
Take care of
take
the
care of the
baby,
baby.
yes.
So thankfully, I will give birth to a beautiful baby girl.
Yeah.
And then from there, we started now discussing about coming to the UAE, having the fact that by then he was already here. He had seen how UAE looks like.
Yeah.
It was so easy for now me to penetrate into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't an easy journey to come here. Like I told you, I was so unlucky with Middle East Consultant.
Oh yes. Where you had paid.
Yeah,
the
where I
money.
had paid.
Yeah.
Most people got a chance to use Middle East. I loved Middle East. Yeah, like I said, they used to pay me to do interview for other people.
Oh, they did?
Yes, they used to do.
Okay.
There used to be a guy called Chalimpa. He's some huge guy.
That used to be the boss I had.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he would call me and say, hey, come, there's someone here once. I'll do an interview with somebody and they will give me some money. Like $100.
Oh, no way.
And then he would ask, why is it you don't get a job?
So you would do an interview for me, I get a job, and the interview you did for yourself?
Never. I never got a visa.
God's timing.
God, very important. Maybe God had reasons why he didn't want me to come.
Yeah.
So fortunately or unfortunate, I was seated at Middle East. There, like people with deals.
Yeah.
There comes a lady and she says, there are jobs in the UAE. I know somebody who has jobs in the UAE. So I'm like, you girl, bring the number.
Okay.
So she gives us a number. It was me and some friend called Sharon. So we contacted this person. We gave in our details and everything. And then before you know it, they sent me a visa within 1 week.
Shoot. So you waited for this long, and then just 1 week you got this.
I had a beautiful home in Uganda.
Yeah.
Bless him, the father of Faisal used to take care of us. My mother-in-law then had to step in, took the child, and I fly to the UAE. The first thing when I came to the UAE, when I reached, is the humid. I said, wow, which country is this?
Somebody told me about that, but I didn't feel it. I think I was too excited to be here.
I think so.
Okay, so when you came with a job, or it was just...
It was a job.
Great. What was
that? They picked me up.
Yeah.
And I am taken to a place called Ajman.
Oh, no.
I find a number of girls sitting there. They didn't know what is next.
Like Ajman? Where
yes, yesterday? Ajman. Where we went is Fujairah.
Ah, okay.
This place is called Ajman. They used to be domestic for domestic housemates. Yes, okay. Domestic workers. Yes, sorry. And yes, I was dropped there, and I didn't know what's up. They took us to a room, and I slept, because we were so tired. And then when they wake up, they told us, get ready, we're going to the office. Okay. And then they tell me, your boss is coming. I was like, okay, waiting for my boss.
Okay.
So my boss comes, one of the most amazing families I have never met in the United Arab Emirates. And the lady speaks to me. They tell me, I'm here for a housemaid job.
Whoa, did you have any idea?
No. In my visa, it was reading cells.
Holy.
I'm giving you exclusive.
Yeah, I wait.
You Ashley, never thought of that.
Ashley, first of all, thank you so much for being open and transparent on this podcast.
Sometimes.
Because when I see where you are right now, and the people who see you on social media, they probably think you just had to fly.
Exactly.
They don't imagine that you had a beginning. Yeah. And I'm so grateful that you are openly sharing about that.
Yes, I never.
Please, guys.
I've never given this.
This
I think I've given it to MC Richie, but it didn't go miles.
Okay.
It only traveled like the countries he lives in.
Okay.
So the lady comes and she tells me her names and the husband, who wasn't good at English, but the lady was good at English. She was a police officer.
Yeah.
And then she told me, this is the job we've come to do. I told her, with all due respect, I have never been a housemaid my entire life.
Yeah, because you were living large.
I am a soft person. I don't even know how to clean a full marshal. She explains to me, this is what we paid for. They gave us your resume. This is the job. And then I am like, no. The lady who connected me to this job actually lives in the United States today. I used to follow her on Facebook before, and I would blame her. I would condemn. I used my social media to fight agents who bring people on wrong jobs. Oh. I am one of the first Ugandans who were fighting and educating Ugandans to be ready while coming to the UAE, and that was my gateway to one of the reasons why I came to be famous back then in Facebook. I use my social media to teach.
I was about to tell you that what you're doing right now, the job you're doing right now, is your purpose.
Exactly.
Because looking at that story,
yes.
awesome. I love
Exactly.
this. Oh.
So I sticked on my position and I was like, I am not going to be a housemaid. This is not what I came from. This is not what I came for. And the man and the woman sat down and thought about it. I remember one gentleman from Ethiopia, he was sitting close. He came to speak to me. I think he was a supervisor.
Yes.
Yeah, and he told me, you know, sometimes life is so funny. There is a reason why God brought you here.
Yeah.
In 2020, it's going to be 2020 Expo. If you go and work with this family and learn Arabic, you are going to have a lot of opportunities in 2020.
That was which
that was in 2015.
Okay.
So he's talking about 5 years to come.
Okay.
And but still my worry was I don't know how to work.
Yeah.
So I went and called Faiz's dad then, and I told him this is the predicament that has happened to me. And he told me, I told you, do not trust people. I've been living here, I've seen these stories, and now you are bringing this story to me. So
you're living it firsthand.
He burst into tears.
Oh dear.
He's like, where are you? I'm gonna come and pick you up. And then I go through Google to understand UAE rules. The locals went. They left. Yeah.
Okay.
So they left me, and I went to Google to understand UAE rules, and if you leave the job, what happens to you? I understand when you are run away, you have this visa, you'll not be able to do any visa, you're going to be, you know. So I understood everything. The most beautiful part of an elite person is because they understand the information and they would use it into a proper way.
Yeah.
The most annoying part of the other Ugandans who come to the UAE is that they are not informed, and they do not want to get informed.
Yeah.
And still they make decisions using their nose.
Their emotions.
Yeah. But me, I was ready to go back home, you know, because to me, it was not just for me to do a job that is not to favor me. I wouldn't want me to be a case story of me maybe having an issue, you know, because like I said, I don't know how to do this.
Exactly.
So how am I going to work for somebody else, yet I cannot work for myself? You understand?
Yeah.
So it was...
How did you get out of there?
Yes. So the next day, they came back and they asked me again. The lady used to be so good at English, and she liked my English. She said, you speak so good. I love your English. And then she tells me, I have a girl, she's called ABCD. She's her last year at the at high school, and I would love you to get along. And then I have another one who is so stubborn. She shows me her family, you know. And then she tells me, but again, I have a shop in Ajman. So if I told you can't work this, can you work this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's amazing. Yes, I would love to do that. But she was like, but you still live in my home.
Okay.
So during your what hours that you're not working, you'll be able to help me to coach my kids. I was like, no worry. But then she tells me, you're going to still get the same amount of money that you were supposed to get as
a housemaid.
Yes. So according to my understanding, the person who was working at the shop was getting like 2.5. So for them, it was a win-win. They chased the other person, and then they put me in the shop, and they changed my visa. I worked in Ajman China Mall.
Wow.
Yes. So I lived with them in Ajman, and they were wonderful people.
Wow.
And
so when you used to go back home after your duty, would you help with the house chores?
Yes, I would. There used to be an Ethiopian girl, and I would see like she had a lot to do, and most of the time I would help, like clean the toilets for her and everything. And the lady really loved me. She would give me gifts, you know, and I would teach the kids, you know, and I was so good at with the kids until to date. We still talk. I still talk to this family.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
11 years later?
Yes, I still do.
Awesome.
Especially the firstborn who got married. We were so close. Yeah. She even helped me with my documentation a few years ago to do some things. Yeah. So I work with them for close to 8 months. But
yeah,
in between my working, every morning of the day, when I used to pray, by the way, I do pray.
I love that.
People don't know that. I do pray.
That's good.
So every morning I would pray to God and tell him, God, if this is the job you brought me to do in the UAE, please leave me to do it. But if you feel like this job is not the job that I'm supposed to do,
Make a way.
make a way. And most important is during Ramadan that was closed, I believe that God can change destinies.
He does. Oh.
I prayed every night.
So 8 months later, you left the place?
No, I would pray every day, like to God, you know, to come out of that situation.
Yeah.
Either way, they would allow me to leave on Sunday. I had my off days.
Yeah.
Like I was just like one of them. That's how they treated me. But obviously, there was no much freedom, as you know.
Absolutely, yes.
Exactly. But what happened is one day, as I was seated down, I heard them talking. I had them calling me. They said, "Come." I went, and it was close to my birthday.
Okay.
The man told me, "We've fallen in love with you over the years, and we actually love your intelligence. Me myself, I'm so shocked of how you know things. We actually love you so much, and would love to give you a gift."
Okay.
I was like, "Which kind of gift would you love me?" They say, "We want to give you the best gift for your birthday."
Yeah, like maybe that bringing face.
I don't know. So
Okay.
maybe a car.
Big dreamer.
Then the girl who is the firstborn tells me, "What my mother and my father are trying to say, we want to give you your freedom to live."
What?
Yes.
Like out of a blue?
And that's when I realized that there was God.
Wait. They said go your way.
Yes. And we are ready to support you.
And you encourage. God is good. That was after how long?
That was after 6 months. That was after 8 months. They, shortly after that, that's the next day, they cancelled my visa, and they gave me a way to go. Even though they didn't give me any money, you know, it was okay.
Yeah.
That freedom was enough.
So you went back to Daddy Faisal?
Yes. He had a friend. It was such a short notice, so he had nowhere, because you know he was living in an accommodation by then. So he arranged. There's a girl. I'm actually looking for that girl. She used to live around Sharjah, where McDonald's and everything used to be. If you see this podcast, I'm looking for you. I just want to say thank you. I don't remember her name, but she was a friend to Faiz's dad. Okay. Yeah, she hosted me, and that's why I used to love hosting people. Oh yeah. Because here is a girl who never knew me. But she had just an petition, but she took me in.
Hi sis, sorry to interrupt your podcast. I just want to inform you about my new upcoming book, which is called Let's Make Some Lemonades. This is not just a typical heartbreak book, but it's a book with practical tools and steps that can help anybody going through challenges of life who is trying to build again from scratch. I took my time writing this book, and I wrote it from my heart, and I promise you that you can never read this book and remain the same. So if you want to be one of the first people who receive a copy as soon as the book is published, check the description and book your copy. Now back to our podcast.
Bless her heart. Bless her heart. I stayed there for like 2 days, and the next day I started throwing CVs. Remember, I was on cancellation. Oh yes. I threw CVs, and I was walking. I saw a place. It was a hospital. It was called Al Zahra Hospital.
I think I know it.
Yeah, Al Zahra Hospital is owned by the owner of the ruler of Sharjah, Al Qasimi. Yes.
All right.
I was passing through. I saw a young man, a gentleman. He saw me and he told me, "Are you looking for a job?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Uganda." He said, "I'm from Egypt."
Confidently.
Yeah, I said, "I'm from Egypt. My name is so and so." I was like, "Okay, that's nice." He told me, "Please come, let's have an interview." I had my CV at hand.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Just like that?
When I tell people that there are some things in this world, they are just, it is luck.
Yeah.
Like like when it comes to visa,
Yeah.
someone might go for like let's say A to A,
Yeah.
and then you find out that your visa comes out first, and you're like, how come your visa came first and my
Yes.
visa didn't come
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
But this is because your luck is not my luck. You understand?
Yeah.
I tell people that sometimes it's not about like how hardworking you are. It's smart working. But again, in
The blessing.
Exactly. But again, in everything, it is luck. Like luck. I'm not saying that you shouldn't work hard.
You're gonna love that book.
Really?
Yeah.
Like it's not about like you have you work smart. You work hard.
Yeah.
Do whatever you do. But again, there's luck.
In the book called The Alchemist, it's one of my favorite books.
Thank you for the book, by the way.
You're welcome. The writer talks about following the omens. Because where God has purposed you to be, you always find it easy. Like I would say effortless. Because when I say effortless, it doesn't mean you don't have to put in effort, but it's less.
Yes, I get
Yeah.
it.
So this really makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I go for the first interview, they take me upstairs. I do another interview with the HR, I do another interview with another manager, and then finally they take me to the last interview with the CEO of the company. And that job was security.
You had to go through all those interviews.
Yes, I did 4 interviews the same day, same time, and I qualified all of them. Preparedness.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is one thing people don't have.
Yeah.
Smartness.
Yeah.
How you're dressing up.
Be ready.
I was
before
well
the
dressed up.
opportunity comes to
I
you.
used to cover my head.
Yeah.
It is a plus.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
My Muslim names.
Yeah.
It is a Muslim hospital.
Oh yes.
You understand? How I was dressed up. I tell people.
And a confidence.
Yeah, I tell people, police never stood me up. Never. Because, how is it going to make me stand with I'm always on point?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like, I got the job and they told me you can start tomorrow.
Wow.
Just like that.
How was the job?
Nice. Amazing. It was so nice to really start understanding UAE, with the all different nationalities,
Yeah.
the Filipino, the Indians.
You're working in the community.
Yes, it was a very big hospital with big doctors from Uganda, Tanzania.
Awesome.
Yes, amazing doctors. I was in the ICU. Also, it taught me about life and how life is very simple. It taught me about humanity, It taught me about how someone can just die, I would listen to stories and see people crying, in the ICU because I was a security at the ICU, It was such a good and also a trying moment for my life. But most of all, it was so educative and trying to understand people. And I remember when I posted my first picture from Al Zahra Hospital with this Filipino girl. She's called Christina Bios. One thing about me, I don't communicate a lot with my friends, but I keep them close and I see their life. She got married now. She lives in Australia.
Okay.
And someone commented and said, "You don't know them.
What?
They're hypocrites."
In English?
Yes, in English on my Facebook. And I was like, it is okay. Yeah. So I immediately knew that I need to know them. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. But
But
in the process, I understood them.
I think that's perspective. What do you think
Mm.
about different nationalities? Do you think that the certain nationalities that are hypocrites, or it depends on how you relate with them?
No. In human nature, every person has a certain kind of a character.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it is very evident. For us, we know that for us, the Baswahili, Tudekana. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, even them, it's like that.
They have hypocrisy.
Not hypocrisy, but I don't know. I don't want to call it hypocrisy, but they're this kind of people that they actually they are just there. Like, you find her laughing with you.
Yeah.
She's so good with you.
Yeah.
But then when she leaves, like
she doesn't know you.
She doesn't know you, or she can even go and report you. You know. And trust me, if you've been in the UAE system, you will learn how to understand people. Charity was talking about this, but when I'm interviewing someone, I don't want to say a lot. That it is very important to understand the environment you're working in. There are companies that we've gone in and we will become dumb all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Not because you can't involve yourself in decision making, but it's because when you do so, you look either stupid or you will look like you
don't belong.
You don't belong.
Too good for it.
Exactly.
By the way, I went for an interview, and honestly, the lady told me, you don't belong. Like, she said, if I had like a managerial role, I would give it to you. I was like, what?
Yeah, you don't actually. Like, you are kind of character. It is more of leadership.
Oh.
Yes. Now, like, it comes back again to luck. Leadership is given by God.
Yeah.
Not everybody leads.
That's true.
I have been a leader throughout since year 3 of my life. 3 years old.
It's obvious.
I can't even explain to you.
Yeah.
The other day I was in Mombasa.
Yeah.
I met my class teacher back in nursery, and she looks at me and she told me, when you are in nursery at 3 years old, you used to hold a cane and tell kids to sit down. Then I remembered, yes, I used to do so.
What?
Yes.
You used to tell them, keep quiet, otherwise...
Everybody who went to Sumaya Girls High School will tell you, we knew that girl was going to be a minister maybe.
Awesome.
I would walk and they would just run to their classes without even saying a word.
Whoa.
So, like, if someone sees you, this, they will say, yes, you can be a leader. Your quality, I tell people, like, when it comes to queendom, like Miss Uganda, not supposed to be blah, 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 blah. You understand? So, like me, I can't be a queen, but I can be a mother. I can groom queens.
Oh, yes.
Because
queen mother.
Yes.
Okay.
I can groom queens.
And you have done it so well.
Yes.
You have. By the way, I went on the same flight with Miss Abu Dhabi.
Prosy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I actually followed the process, how you guys were grooming them. And when I saw her, I was like, wow.
She's doing amazing.
She was actually wearing her crown and this Miss Abu Dhabi thing. I was like, oh.
She's so proud of herself, and that's the most amazing part.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And
so you worked in security for how long in the ICU?
Okay, I worked in the ICU for I think 1 year and 10 months, and from there 1 year and 10 months they brought in the receptionist was actually leaving.
Okay.
She had gotten her husband going to Australia, but she pinched me about it. Remember, I had already sat there for quite a long time and had learned a lot. Like I told you, I listen, I see, I understand, and with all the informations of courses here and there, I was, smart. I would do this, I would do this. So I was studying, in Coursera and what, yeah. And so immediately when I knew she's leaving, I threw in my application. And I wanted that job.
Position.
Yes.
Hi sis, if you've watched this far, Clearly, you have enjoyed the podcast. If you haven't yet subscribed, please take a minute to subscribe and like this video. Also, leave a comment behind on what stood out the most for you in this conversation. If you have a story, or if you know anybody who has a story that can inspire us or help us learn a thing or two, please send me a message on teddybanksdigital@gmail.com, and I'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, you are probably gonna love this one or this one. Let me know what you think about them. Bye.